So Donald Trump released his healthcare plan, and various experts and economists took a look at it, and they're having a field day with it. So first of all, they say this, quote, Trump's plan is more like a set of talking points than a detailed proposal from which analysts could make a firm projection. Okay, so that's hilarious. They're basically like, yeah, it's basically taking all these disparate right-wing talking points from over the years, putting them all together, writing them down, and pretending like that's a plan. That's not really a plan. You're just saying stuff. It doesn't go into details and specifics. It's not nuanced. It's just, yeah, I don't know, get rid of the lines between the states. And that's that. Everything will be fixed if you do that. That's not really a plan, and that's not really going to work either. You know what that's really about, right? When they say, hey, you let the health insurance companies compete between state lines. What would happen there is the same thing that happens with credit card companies, which is you just have the health insurance companies go to the one state where there are the loosest regulations and the lowest taxes, and they can get away with the most. All the health insurance companies go there, and it doesn't actually bid your prices down. It makes it so they can keep ripping you off, and they get a better deal. I mean, that's the getting rid of state lines is nothing but a ruse. It's a right-wing plan to just help out the insurance companies even more and not help you in any way, shape, or form. So Trump puts all these talking points into his plan, and based on what he put down, they're not able to deduce much, but here's what they say. Quote, the number of people without health insurance would rise by something like 21 million people if Trump had his way. That would mean more financial hardship and less access to health care, and Trump's plan could also increase the deficit by somewhere between $270 billion and $490 billion over 10 years, depending in part on how the repeal affected the rest of the economy. Okay, so that's hilarious. Now, also understand that Obamacare, for all of its flaws, and it has many, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of it. I want a Medicare for all system. This is originally a right-wing plan when we talk about Obamacare. But one of the good things about Obamacare is that it actually reduced the deficit. So these guys scream and bitch and yelp and moan about Obamacare. Oh my God, socialized medicine. It's not. And oh my God, big spending. It's the government coming in and doing everything. It's not. If anything, it does the thing that the Republicans say they care the most about. Reduces the deficit. And makes it so that people are forced to go to the private insurance market and buy there. So it's basically forcing people onto the capitalist marketplace. Something they say they love again. But when Obama does it, oh my God, now I hate it. So he does the original right-wing plan, a plan that was Richard Nixon's plan, later on Mitt Romney's plan. The Heritage Foundation wrote policy papers about it. Newt Gingrich and Chuck Grassley, deep right-wingers, supported this plan in the 1990s, the individual mandate system, which is Obamacare. He does that, and then the Republicans are like, now we disagree with our own plan. What now? That's what we do. We disagree with our own plan. And then what do they come out with? Just the dumbest things you could possibly imagine. I mean, the furthest right-wing position is pre-Obamacare was just do nothing. Leave the healthcare system exactly as it is. 45,000 people die every year because they don't have access to basic healthcare. I don't give a shit. Let them die. I don't care. That was the furthest right-wing position. And then moving a little bit to the left from that insane position, you have basically what Trump advocates and what all the other Republicans advocate. Repeal and defund. That's my Ted Cruz voice. Repeal and defund or repeal and replace Obamacare. What do you want to replace it with? Competition, free market. That's the system we had before. And again, the only fixes they propose on top of that is, I don't know, tort reform. Make it so that people can't sue doctors and when there's some sort of damages, when there's some case where somebody was harmed by a doctor. I don't know, do tort reform and get rid of the lines between the states, and then poof, everything's magically fixed. No, but it's not magically fixed. And when experts look at your plans, this is the result. They come away saying, hey, wait a second, you just increased the number of uninsured people by over 20 million people, and you increased the deficit. Who wins? Who wins in this system? Nobody wins, except the health insurance companies, and that's what this is all about. Now, actually, to give credit to Trump, at least he sometimes pays lip service to a better idea, which is, hey, we shouldn't let people die in the street. That's just common sense. So yeah, we're going to help those people. The other Republicans don't even pretend to believe in any kind of government system as a last resort or anything like that. So at least Trump pretends on that front. But when they looked at his plan, they said there's at no part does he say, hey, let's do that, and here's my plan for that. It's just all right-wing nonsense, and that's why the result is an increase in the deficit, and that's why the result is an increase in the number of uninsured people. So yet again, it's set in stone. It's concrete at this point. Right-wing solutions do not manifest in reality as actual solutions. They fuck up everything up even more.